What is up, you beautiful people? It's Adam D. This video is going to be the second episode of the Anthem Mythbusters series, and it's going to be going over a hotly debated topic, the Avenging Herald and its masterwork perk, Raptors Deadeye, where hovering increases weapon damage by 200%. We're going to be talking about whether or not you can stack this. If you can stack it, how do you do it and use it to your advantage, and how much of an increase are you actually getting from it? If you find this to be useful, please like, comment, subscribe for more of these videos. Check out my Anthem Mythbusters series, as well as some of the guides I've written, like the Ranger Guide or my one-shot Storm build. And let me know what you think. It also gets you into some dope giveaways where I'm giving away some free games, so get on the hype train now. Without further ado, let's go get into the testing. Okay, so to activate this mechanic, you're going to want to hover, swap weapons. While you're swapping weapons, cancel your hover with jump, and then reactivate hover. And you can see that I now have Raptors Deadeye twice on my left side. So you can, in fact, stack this ability. Once again, guys, you can do it. So again, hover, swap weapons, cancel with jump, and then re-hover. Now, obviously, that doesn't seem like it would be that easy to do or effective in a combat situation, right? So I tried to improve on it a little bit so that it's a lot easier and it's more effective in combat. You can actually go while you're hovering, swap weapons, and immediately dash. And it performs the same exact way. Except I find it to be a lot more consistent, a lot easier, and more useful to do while you're in a firefight situation. So again, you go, and the exact sequence you want to do is while hovering, swap weapons, and immediately dash. And because dash keeps hovering, you don't have to worry about an extra button activation, and you can keep this ability up as long as you're hovering, which is obviously very useful in Storm, but it's useful in a bunch of other cases as well. So now let's go and look at the damage numbers when using this ability. Okay, so as far as damage testing is concerned, I'm just going to kill a red bar with a weak point to give you a baseline. So 13,167 damage, that's just with the normal bonus of hovering at 200%. 13,167. Now I'm going to activate this mechanic by dropping down. You see I have double Raptors Deadeye now. I'm going to go and try and find another red bar. You see it bumps to 19,019 damage. This is fairly consistent. And now it's like, even if you body shot things, it just destroys them. But just so you can see a baseline, you know, we basically bump up an additional 6,000 damage from activating this perk. And obviously it applies to armored enemies as well. But this is kind of just an example of the power that this bonus has. We're bumping up essentially another 6,000 damage, and it kind of depends on whether or not you want to hold two Avenging Heralds, right? Like, if you want to have a different supportive weapon or a stat stick, is the 6,000 damage going to make a difference to you? That's what you have to think about. Now, you might have already seen this, but let's switch over to some boss footage so you can see how powerful this is in an actual battle. Okay, so I'm in Tyrant Mines. I activate the mechanic right before the boss drops, and I wait for the boss to drop down. You can see I have the double Raptors Deadeye. And then once the boss drops down, you just unload into it. And you're going to be doing just the most insane damage. Look at this. 29,000. This is because of the range fall off. But once you get close, 30,000 a pop with a heavy pistol, that's insane. And my build isn't even super optimized for this. Okay, 45,000. This isn't even a perfectly god-rolled pistol, and you're decimating the boss. Look at the boss's health bar. That's not my teammates doing that. That is this gun. It's absolutely crazy how much damage this thing can output per second. And this is kind of just a taste of what this gun can do. If you get a better roll than I do, you're going to be doing a lot more than this. Now, you might be thinking this might be Storm exclusive because Storm is the best at hovering, but you would be wrong, people. I cannot tell you how many times I see this question. Ranger and Interceptor both have higher percentage damage amplifiers than the Storm does. The only benefit the Storm has is that it can hover basically forever. But these other classes can still utilize this and can arguably utilize it even better because of the amount of damage that they can output. All of the Ranger and Interceptor components can lend themselves to increased weapon damage. And you can see it here. I'm not even using the mechanic on this Ranger, and it's still doing comparable numbers to the Storm with the mechanic being activated. Okay? Like, don't feel left out because you don't want to play Storm and you want to play Interceptor or Ranger. You can make this work. Absolutely. It will work. I promise you. Just try it out before you, don't knock it before you try it, right? Anyway, I hope this is proof enough for you that this does work. BioWare is probably going to fix it at some point, so use it while you can. But don't feel like you're only limited if you don't want to play Storm. You can absolutely play this with other characters. If you found this to be informative and useful in any way, please go check out my other videos and like, comment, and subscribe. I have a couple of Anthem guides up there that are pretty awesome for when you're trying to get into Grandmaster 1, 2, and 3 coming from hard, and they all work fantastically as long as you follow the guides. One is on the Interceptor and how to fly for basically ever. One is on the Storm and a one-shot shield build, and the other one is a Ranger ultimate spam build. So please go check them out. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions or there's videos that you want to see or tests you want to be done, just give me a holler. Tell me what you want, and I'm pretty receptive to responding to comments and questions. So thank you guys so much for watching my content, and thank you guys for subscribing. It's really growing and it's moving along, and I love all you guys. So thank you. Adam D out.